Hi guys! So normally I would use my camera, but my camera is dead. So I had to upload my video today. So yeah. So I'm doing this off my laptop, so the quality's bad, the sound's bad, so it's normal. So it feels weird because I've never actually watched myself film. So I'm going. So this week's personal week. And, let's just say there's a lot I could tell you. So I'm gonna talk about my childhood, which is quite bumpy road there, guys. So when I was in, it's terrible. I'm gonna talk about really depressing things, and then I'm gonna go into some fun things. So it's a good and a bad thing. So the first thing that's bad, I'm gonna go for the bad stuff first. So when I was in year 4, that would have been 3rd grade. My sister started secondary school, aka high school, and the first 2 years of her high school life was amazing. She loved life and blah blah blah. And then she got into the wrong crowd, smoked did all these bad things, drugs, alcohol, everything. And I remember it affected me the most because I understood what it did to you. I didn't even know how I understood, I just did. And I remember like my mum crying. I remember like it was really horrible. Literally, I've been through a shitload. So yeah, and I remember I was sat there and with my mum at like 2 in the morning because I couldn't sleep because everyone was downstairs apart from my brother because he was asleep and he was only in nursery. So, and I was sat there freaking shaking. And I remember my dad was up, my mum was up, my grandma was here with us, my auntie Cheryl, who's my great aunt, was there, and it was all of us sat there waiting for my sister to come home, and it took her until 4 in the morning to come home. She was high, she was completely drunk, and it was a mess. My mum was just literally like shocked. She was going through shitload that year, so that happened really badly, and I used to cry every night because I wanted my sister home and she wanted to make sure she was safe. And I used to go home, I used to wake up for school and I would be shattered and I would have to go to school, and I had nobody I could really tell until I met my best friend Georgia. Well, she's not my best friend anymore because school changes, but she was my primary school best friend and I told her everything and she never told a soul. So I told her that, and I just told her what happened every night. Like it was like a little diary, and I would tell her what happened. So every night, my sister would become. She used to come in high. One time, she was paralytic, where she was drank so much. She used to swear at my mum. She used to go mad at my mum. She used to get mad at me. She used to tell me that she didn't want to be in my family anymore. She didn't love me, and I was only in year 4 and I used to cry for absolute ages. But then there comes the good thing. When I was in year 6, so 5th grade, she turned her life around. Her whole life turned around and she was okay. My mum was supposed to put her in rehab, but she didn't go to rehab, so she was okay. She was fine, and she dragged herself out of that crowd onto a new crowd who were really nice people. They're amazing and sweet, and I can't thank them enough for what they did to my sister. Like, they literally turned her life around and she stopped doing the drugs and she stopped drinking, and it's amazing how far she's come now. I'm proud of her. So then she went to Stalads Park, which is a skate park, and met this guy. And I can't tell you who the guy is. I don't want to because it's can't tell you because he's still around, and not with my sister though. They're just around. So she met this guy, and this guy, it's for 6 months straight, was amazing. He brought her food. Brought people food. He did everything. He was mannerful. He was sweet. He was kind. And then after 6 months, he completely changed into some devil dickhead. Sorry for my swears, but he was an absolute dickhead. He became violent towards my sister. He became violent towards me. Yeah, so I was basically every night, I would be up and I would watch them fight, proper fighting, not arguing, but beating each other up. And this one time, they had darts up against each other, and I was shitting myself, so I screamed my loudest. He told me to shut up, so my sister punched him. I was only little, okay? I was only 9, okay? So I was only 9, and I grabbed a rolling pin, and I slapped him around the face with it, because I can't... It's really hard to tell you this. Oh my god, I go... Basically, I slapped him around the head with the rolling pin because he tried to hurt my... tried to suffocate my sister, but then it changed, and she ended up getting out because I smacked him. But when I smacked him, he kind of pulled me under the duvet and tried to suffocate me, and I was only little and I didn't understand, so I started kicking my way out and punching him and hitting him as much as I could, and I was only little, so he let go because I hurt him. And then I grabbed the Wii remote, the Nintendo Wii, and I slapped him on the face with that, and he ran out of the house. And he didn't come back for that the rest of the day. And he used to put really creepy letters through our door, and he used to stick his hands, as weird as it sounds, do you have, I don't know if Americans have it, but we have a letterbox on our doors. I don't know whether you guys have that, or whether you just have mailboxes, I don't know. And he used to stick his hands through the letterboxes and say really creepy things while we're all sat downstairs watching a movie to creep us out, but it never worked. And he just did that for like a year, and then they broke up. My sister broke up with him and finally realised he was a nasty prick and broke up with him, and then moved on with her life, and this is where it's really good. Really good. So she met so she was 16 when she met this guy, okay? So she must have been like 17, 18 when she met, no, hang on. No. Okay, 17. She must have been about 15 when she went out with the abusive guy. So, either 17 or 16, she met this guy, and I can tell you who he is, and literally I love him. He's like my brother, basically, and his name is Shane. I can't tell you his last name, but my sister met Shane. And he literally, oh my god, he's like an angel. He literally came to our family. My sister went out of him. Well, still currently going out of him. And he changed her for the better. He helped her. They are literally the cutest couple in the world. And they are really sweet and kind. He's really mannerful. He's helped my mum with a lot of things. If my mum needs something done, he said he would do it. He's really sweet and kind. And my sister is turned her whole life around. She has a job. She earns money. She's on holiday currently right now, and I'm proud of her because of how much she's gone through, yet she's come out strong, really, really strong, and it's crazy to see her so happy with someone who is also happy. They're just so sweet, and I'm proud of them, and so that's what I've been through, and that was my story and what happened to me when I was little. School life, like average school life, go to class, get mocked a little bit, get made fun of for a little bit, for a couple of years, and it stops, and then you're happily fine. That's my school life. So that's my video. Like and subscribe, and I've decided I'm not going to edit this video because I can't be bothered. That sounded really, really rude and arrogant, and I'm sorry, but it's nearly 9 in the night where I am. Oh my god. And so I am half asleep, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to get it done and upload it today. So I'm filming this today as I upload it today. So yeah, and I'll add a bit of music in, and I just want to tell you that it's okay, and life will get through. You'll get through anything you can, because I know you can. Because if my sister has been through drugs and alcohol and abuse, you can get through anything. Even if it's bullying, you can get through it. Trust me. You can get through absolutely anything. Put your mind to it. Thank you guys. Like it and subscribe.